Welcome to the Walking Up Sync podcast again. I'm your host, Cat again, and then Walking Up Sync again. I was just outside and there's all these birds. There's a bird flying by right as I say that. There's all these birds that are like flying around me, like close to me, and then keep like circling around me a bunch of times, like close to me. Just a bunch of them, like a lot of them. And then there's just like a bunch of cars all pulling up all at once, and it's just like a bunch of birds, a bunch of cars. And then these guys rode by me on bikes as I walk up to the intersection. And he's like, the guy on the bike is like, "Don't sing." And yesterday I was at the grocery store. There's all these people doing all this. There's that engine sound right as I walk away from my window. There's all these people that were like doing all this like spooky like peekaboo shit, like when I walk around corners. Like I'll walk around the corner and then there's someone like just like popping out. Like it kept happening over and over. Like there's like a few different people in there that like kept doing it over and over. And then like I walk up to the checkout and they're standing right there. But they don't see me though, even though they're standing right there. I'm just standing there. And they're just standing there. Like they're facing this way. They're facing like sideways, you know, but like I'm like right. I'm like 10 feet away, or like less than 10 feet away from you. And they'll just act like they don't see me, and they know that I'm there, even if they don't see me, you know. I hear my neighbor talking. I think it was this morning or last night. I was playing a video, or I started to play a video, or it was the ad before the video actually. But it was like right as it starts, my neighbor starts talking. It's like right as the video starts, my neighbor starts talking at that exact moment, like really loud, like right next to the wall. And then he just keeps talking next to the wall. And then my other neighbor was talking to me through the wall yesterday. He's like yelling shit through the wall, basically. Or just like saying shit like really like aggressively weird. Like talking to me through the wall, but I can only hear like half of what he's saying. I could actually hear a couple of the words that he's saying, but this weird shit, this weird ass MK Ultra shit. Then last night there was a bunch of children screaming synced when I go outside. There's just a bunch of children screaming synced and a bunch of children stalking me everywhere. And like teenagers stalking me everywhere. And then like there was like some party where I think they were like hitting a pinata or something. Or like I don't know what they were doing. It's like some birthday party or some shit. But like they kept like yelling synced and stuff, and I think they were like hitting a pinata or some shit. And then like right when I walk over the train tracks, they're all like woo, and they're like clapping. There's just a bunch of little children running around stalking me and screaming sink and shit. It's like a bunch of times last night, there was a bunch of children screaming synced and running around synced and shit. So yeah, my one neighbor, he was gone for a while, like I said. Now he's back. He's talking to me through the wall. He's talking to me through the wall, and he's like, he'll like laugh, synced and shit. So, and cough synced and whatever, walk around synced. I see a bunch of sync birds right now in a truck that was probably synced with them. I've seen more sync cats lately. There's the Creep Busters videos that I'm still uploading them, but on a few of those live streams there's some sync cats, and then I've seen a couple other ones off camera lately. Which I haven't seen any for a while before that. Like, I haven't seen any sync cats for a while, I think. But they're back now. Here's a telelift right now. There's a banging sound when you got to the intersection. I saw a bunch of one tail lights last night when I was walking around. I see another telelift synced with a bird and a bug flying. Like, a bird flew by and a bug flew in my face in the window at the same time as the telelift. There's a frequency in my ear right now, and there's a bird flying up in my window. It's probably stalking me. And then, like I said, they'll like make me sneeze. They'll make me like yawn and shit like that. And then like yesterday, like my hand just like, I just like moved my arm and like I knocked my phone off of the table accidentally. And it's like, I just wonder, are they like making me do that? Like, did they do that? Or is it just my brain malfunctioning? I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they do shit like that, though. I see a bunch of cars driving out in sync formations right now. And then a bird flying by synced with them. And then a white truck and a bird synced with the truck parking in the parking lot that drove out synced with all the other syncmobiles, all in a burst of cars all at once. Like a sync. As if it was synced or something. This is all just allegedly. Even though you can see it on camera every time I record. I just heard a car honk as I walked through the doorway. There's somebody yelling. Somebody like pulled up in this blue car and they like rolled their window down and they yelled something. Oh, they're yelling at this guy, okay. But they were yelling at me though, I think, though. But there's this guy walking over here. I think they're yelling at that guy. And then they're getting out of the blue car as a whitey drives through the intersection. Out of the passenger side of the blue car. And then the driver is taking off again as a whitey drives through the intersection. And then the blue car is gonna drive out of the parking lot, and then there's gonna be a red car or something syncing with the truck. And then there's a bird synced. And then a door slammed that was probably synced. I see the blue car again. Is the red car coming down when it gets to the intersection? Oh, it's a white car when it gets to the intersection. And probably those sounds that you heard outside were synced. I don't know. Was it synced? There's a bird flying up when the white car gets to the intersection. I think I heard a car door slam at the same time or something. So what else happened? My light was flickering a bunch of times, synced last night. This light on the ceiling is flickering, synced a bunch of times. My toilet bubbles were coming up through the toilet sink, so like I was in this room and like I walked by this door and there's somebody walking by in the hallway or some shit like that, like somebody walked by in the hallway synced. And then I walk into here, and then when I walk over to this side of the room, my toilet is bubbling. It's like, just did it one time. A bird just flew over at my head right now. What else? I've seen a bunch of U-turns lately, which U-turns are usually kind of rare for me. I like rarely see them ever. But then lately, I've been seeing more of them. So, but I used to see them, like when I first started noticing the stalkers, I used to see a bunch of U-turns all the time. And then it's like they went away, and then they come back sometimes. Or I'll see like one occasionally, or I'll see a couple of them occasionally. But then it's like lately I've been seeing more of them. I think they're turning up the U-turn knob. They just be changing the game settings all the time. They're like, what if we turn this knob up and we pull this lever at the same time? Will that make him snap the fuck out? What if we do 2 U-turns at once? There's a red car, and it's syncing with another red car right now as it gets to the other side of the parking lot. And before that, it was syncing as it drove across the parking lot. There's somebody walking. And where did they go? Oh, I see her. think she's a sink. There's a bird flying in front of her as she walks in front of the intersection. My neighbor's talking again. What did it sync with? I don't know. It was like at the same time that this bird flew up. It might have been synced with that. I don't know. He's always syncing it though. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what else happened that I haven't reported yet. So it's always shit happening constantly. I don't know. I see him stalking me right now though in the stalker cars. But I just get a lot of creepy vibes sometimes though, like that they're like just some human trafficking shit. Like I wonder if some of the stalker I hear my neighbor talking right now when I walk back over here. You hear him? He's talking right when I sit down. I wonder if some of the stalker children are like being trafficked sometimes. Just the vibes that I get sometimes, I don't know. And they're like dangling them in front of my face. They're like, I don't know. But they definitely do like pizza symbolism and the Epstein Island shirts, and there's pedophiles syncing with children's stalkers at the same time, and a bunch of weird shit going on, and A113 license plates, and all the pizza symbolism, pedo symbolism and shit. There's a bunch of weird shit going on. And when you look into like the Hampstead children interviews in like Pizzagate and stuff, like I don't know, there's just certain situations that there's like one thing that I don't even want to talk about, but like there's just like certain things that make me feel like that like they're like exploiting children and shit. And there's a bunch of weird shit like that. But I don't know, man. All I know is they're stocking up. My neighbor's still talking, and he's gonna keep talking synced for a long time, probably. Sometimes he doesn't, sometimes he does, but so I don't know if he's actually talking to somebody, Or what? Is he actually on the phone with somebody? Well, sometimes he'll be on speakerphone and I'll hear somebody else talking. But like, you just like keep syncing it up though. It's like, what is this? What is this world, man? Am I in GTA? So that's the Walking Up Sync podcast. Share the video, support the podcast, hit the Cash App, PayPal. Don't sync, vote for LCAT 2028. And stay tuned for the next Walking Up Sync podcast.